My name is Rhapsody and welcome to Shadows Over Loathing. Shadows Over Loathing is a comedy point-and-click RPG that exists in the intersection of the worlds of Mythos from H.P. Lovecraft and the Kingdom of Loathing, which you may remember from Kingdom of Loathing or West of Loathing or any of the other Loathing-affiliated properties. Let's get started. WASD, the moving company. It's how you move. So I'm struggling with the newspaper on the face, but we have a diner nearby. I like the kind of like in situ, the in-universe explanation of this is the moving company, it's how you move. This smells like a diner. It smells like they're open. Hopefully they don't have a no shirt, no shoes, magazine stuck to your face, no service sign posted. I didn't see a single one, so I will be entering. Immediately going up to the bar makes the only sense. I'm not talking to you until you wipe that look off your face. The copy of Look magazine that's stuck to your face. Bathroom's in the back. She points over to the right. As far as you know. You can feel a little sign here, but can't see what it says. Probably instructions for what to do in case of magazine-related emergencies. Smells like pie? Getting the same prompt from going further up towards the bar. You probably shouldn't bother anybody until you get this magazine off of your face. They're really settled on this magazine. In fact, I'm getting that same prompt for every person I approach. Try coffee! You'll like it eventually. There's some kind of big glass and metal box here, but you can't actually see what it is. Let's go inside the bathroom. You blunder your way into the bathroom and eventually find the sink. After fumbling around with the faucet for a while, you manage to disentangle yourself from the magazine. You stare into the mirror, revealing... yes? My face! Hell yeah! Alright, of course this is our character selection process. We had a magazine covering our face. We hadn't yet revealed it to the wider world. It's Schrodinger's face up until that point, right? It easily could have been any and all of these until we observed it. Now that we are observing it, do I have a monocle? Do I have a monocle? Do I have a unibrow? Do I have a unibrow that's low down on my face? Like, it's less of a unibrow and more of like a solid fringe, and all of the rest is bald. Am I a greaser? I think I might just go with my own hair, which is a slightly long and more dark than it is bright at this point in time. There you are. Let's leave that bathroom. Ooh, they've got one of those new meat-operated multi-selection phonographs, or jukeboxes, as the kids call them. Neat. Hey, there's something in the coin return. I got a meat. We may recognize from earlier entries into this universe, specifically the Kingdom of Loathing, that meat is our currency. We can see on the top right as well, our currency is being tracked directly, just your meat, as well as our own inventory. Currently, we have two things in our inventory. We have Gideon the Finch, our familiar. When you were 4 years old, Gideon flew in your bedroom window and refused to leave. He's been with you as a familiar ever since. He's got 1 muscle, 1 mysticality, and 1 moxie, and 5 max HP. Every round of combat increases your muscle, mysticality, or your moxie. And then we also have your luggage, a quest item. Everything you own is in this trunk, including your portable carpet steamer. Hell yeah, that'll come in handy. If I see a single carpet that needs a little bit of a spritz of steam, I'll know exactly what to do. Play a song with 1 meat. Ooh, am I gonna need that meat for something else? A couple of older folks are having an animated discussion. Well, one of them is. Huh? The way these young women act these days with their short hair and their sassy talk and their dresses that don't even cover their ankles. It's scandalous! And those dances they do, flailing about like I don't know what. I'd have thought prohibition would have put the kibosh on that sort of tomfoolery, but no, sir. Can't imagine dancing to a waltz to the music they're doing nowadays, though. And that's the problem right there, this newfangled jazz with all the drums and the clarinets and such. And what kind of word is that anyway? Jazz. I think our cups got switched. You're not supposed to be drinking decaf, are you? I love it. Of course, what we've just realized as well is there is going to be a huge variety of different voices in this series. We're going to have a couple of mainstays over the course of the time. I can only imagine. A couple of young women are chatting breezily over coffee. Hey, kitten. What town is this? Poughkeepsie. Are you two traveling? Yeah. Ocean City's turning into a real sawmill, so we boosted her Jelly Beans Breezer for the weekend whirl to the hot potato. Oh, bourgeois, you make it sound like we go south with it. I flew him in a kite, everything's Jake. Jeez, I'm pretty sure I'm only 2 or 3, 4 years older than you two, but I can barely understand what you're saying. What are you, a canceled stamp? Go put some pepper in your shoes. Yeah, I'll try that. What are you, a canceled stamp? Go put some pepper in your shoes. I'm ready to revive that. I mean, this is era of what, 1920s through 1940s-ish, so I'm ready to revive that phrase. It's come back in vintage, I'm certain. Some petty vandal has scratched the name Dan Bob into the surface of this table. The sign says, meat only, no credit. Well, now that looks much better. I'm Ethel. I'm Nancy, I'm Goldie, I'm Meereen. We'll try a different first name. I'm Ryan. My name's Ryan. Ryan who? Yeah, that's it. Ryan who? Pleased to meet you, Ryan who. What can I get you? Can I get a cup of coffee? Sure can. Best cup of coffee in the States. If I do say so myself, that'll be one meat. Great, to go please. Do I actually want to spend my meat here? I could play a music. Does the bus to Ocean City pick up here? Sure does. Should be arriving any minute. Good thing too, I hear we're in for rain tonight. What takes you to Ocean City? My uncle lives there. I got a letter from him. He wants me to help him move something. That's a reason, hun, but it's someone else's reason. What's your reason? Ethel locks eyes with you. I just really want to help. I got in some trouble back home, I'm searching for something, I'm seeking my fortune, or mind your own business, Ethel! I mean, in this kind of a story, right? I really want a neat hook. I just want to help. I have played a lot of Arkham Horror recently, I've played a lot of things in the Mythos kind of universe, and characters who just really want to help die all the time. Oh my god. They are Karibo scapegoat copies. They are so easily killed. I got in some trouble back home. Now that's a little bit more meaty. There's something to that, right? There's a backstory that's implied by that, and if you don't explore that entire backstory, you can't kill that character. Yeah, they've got a little bit of plot armor. I'm searching for something. Now that is very vague, broad, open. I'm seeking my fortune. No. Again, back to the I just really want to help. If the naive and altruistic are the most easily killable in this universe, the very next cab off the rank is the greedy. I'm searching for something. I see. Do you know what it is you're looking for? No, that's my problem. Just trying to find myself, I guess, something dark. Well, just kidding. I'm not looking for anything. Oh, I'm real enticed by this something dark option. You got a perk. Haunted. A darkness haunts you, and you can't rest until you learn its name. Don't worry, it will find you soon enough. What do you mean by that? There's something in my dreams, a kind of darkness, but it's moving. I have to find out what it is. Some of the color drains out of Ethel's cheeks. Laugh and leave, smile and leave, or stare at her for a while, then leave. I mean, 1,000-yard stare, we are haunted. Stare at her for a while and then leave. Anything I can get you, hon? I mean, they gave me one meat. This is my tutorial area. It's telling me how to control my character. It's giving me a little bit of information about the world. I think I'm gonna spend my one meat on a jukebox. You insert your meat and it automatically changes to the next record. You spent one meat. I've also got a new character sheet. which is telling me that I have basic humanity. You are a minimum viable person. You occupy space and are capable of moving through it and perceiving things. +1 masticality, +1 moxie, +1 muscle, and +1 to maximum AP and 10 to maximum HP. AP, of course, being action points, HP, health points. You know, as expected. Haunted. Don't worry, it'll find you soon enough. And those are our perks. We've also got basic skills, which we do not yet have the ability to purchase. I'm not going to focus too much on the things that we can't interact with at the moment. Just a little bit of a scope control for this game so that I don't end up 50 minutes into the future and still in this house. Who's this guy? This man is concentrating very hard on his coffee. Hey there, is there something particularly interesting about that coffee? Well, it's my first one. Of the day? No, it's my first coffee ever. Oh, what do you think? I think it's a bad beverage. It's bitter and it makes my tummy hurt. Well, it's not for everyone, I suppose. Yeah, but I think I'll have another one after this, though. And then maybe one every morning for the rest of my life. Well, enjoy. Very much my relationship with caffeine. Many other people's as well. I am back on caffeine. If you've been keeping a tracker, move the off to on, 0 days, cross out the streak of Rhapsody and caffeine free. You pull out the letter you got from Uncle Murray and read it again. Murray Morris, care of Murray's Antiques, 111 Plunkett Street, Ocean City.
Dear Ryan, I hope this letter finds you well, and I hope it finds you quickly. Something quite serious has happened, and I need the help of your adventuresome spirit. Come to my shop in Ocean City as soon as you are able, please. Your uncle, Murray.
Put the letter away. I'm keeping an eye on this clown. I don't know, I've been trained well by the Madness series from Crinkles. I see a clown, I swerve. You're just about to go mad from the monotony of this ride when the bus suddenly judders to a stop. You look out the window expecting to see the sights and sounds of Ocean City, but instead, you see an endless expanse of extremely wet trees. Uh-oh. The outskirts of Ocean City. W. Willis and Co. bus lines take a joyride. I will also say at this point, seeing the name W. Willis there, which might be a reference, I don't know, that while I've interacted with a huge amount of things that are directly inspired by Lovecraft's and the mythos, I have not directly read a single Lovecraft story in my entire life. And I'm not immediately seeking to rectify that mind, So if there is anything that you do recognize as a reference to a Lovecraft work, feel free to shout it out in the comments down below. Please elucidate me. Allow me to enjoy it on that textural level as well. It's the bus driver. Let's have a talk to him. Before you talk to the bus driver, I, the narrator, am interrupting because I see you've played through this bit before. What are you doing out me in front of my audience? Yeah, okay, right, okay, yeah, sure. I played the opening to try and make sure that this is something that I was going to be in. Look, I already knew I was going to be into it from West of Loathing, but realistically, I played a little bit of the opening to just try and give myself, what's the word I'm looking for? Extreme motivation to immediately start recording this series. So yeah, sure, I've gone to Ocean City already. I've done the opening quest already. Why'd you have to tell them, bus driver? I was playing it off so smooth. Last time I bought the coffee. This time I changed the track on the recorder. Everything else has been entirely the same. I'm haunted and I got black long hair. No, I'd like to do the prologue again, please. What's going on? This doesn't look like Ocean City. Nope, sorry about this, but we're out of gas. Geez, you didn't fill up before we left? I filled up the bus, but the trip takes exactly 1 full tank of gas. He hands you an empty gas can. You got an item, empty gas can. It's a crude device, but it beats keeping your gas loose on the ground. Plus, 1 additional can. Swell. Well, why do I have to get it? Well, I go myself set for 2 reasons. Those being? Well, firstly, I'm a bus driver. I'm legally responsible for this bus, I gotta keep an eye on it. And secondly, 'cause of my leg. What's wrong with your leg? It's attached to a fella who don't want to go wandering out in the mirror. It's attached to a fella who doesn't want to go wandering around in the rain at night. I got too excited about the punchline and tripped over myself. I will say, in the little exploration of this game I had prior, I did immediately skip all of the dialogue. I did not want to get spoiled on any of that. Well, alright then. I guess I haven't got much choice. Can I borrow your umbrella at least? This is a left-handed umbrella? I am not left-handed. Nuts. Sorry about that. Here, I do have a flashlight you can use though, so good luck. Thank you. Is that equipped to my item ship? Ooh, no, but I do have the empty gas can.
Drink red cola. Protect your family.
An old billboard from before the war. There's also Helco Gas, which is selling 6 and 17/64 meat per gallon. Oh, sorry, a gallon of gas for 17/64. There's a little bit of gas left in this pump, but there's no hose on it. This pump is full of water instead of gas. This gas pump is empty. The Krutzinger Automotive, established in 1919. This station seems to have run out of service. Either they're out of postcards, or all the scenery around here is invisible. There's only one object left on the snack shelf, take it. You get an item cheese loaf. Ugh. No one in their right mind would consider this vile substance a snack. Cheese loaf, food. A box of cheese loaf brand pasteurized spreadable cheese food product. Modern technology has done some extremely revolting things. Increases your moxie by 1 until you eat something else. As you may imagine, your moxie is your agi, or your dex, or whatever you want to call it. Your muscle is your strength, and your mysticality is your int. It's weird that the cash register is pointed towards the front of the store. It's easier to recognize as a cash register when it's drawn that way. Load it. It's mostly empty, but you find some loose change. 7 meat. Spark plugs! Use them! There's an old baseball bat leaning against the wall here. I'm gonna take that and equip it. It's already immediately equipped. A classic Dirtwater Slugger. With this, you can either take someone out to the ball game or just take them out. The sign says employees only. Are you an employee? No. Well, since this place is out of business, it probably wouldn't hurt for you to go back there, I guess. Thank you. The filing station backroom, a desk presumably optimized for doing gasoline-related businesses, rather. 4 of the drawers contain nothing but old receipts and pencil stubs. The 5th one is locked. Coming back with a key in the future, I'm ready for it. If a broken radio can still be considered nice, well, this is a pretty nice radio. This shelf smells like axle grease and old paint. Probably because that's what's on it. This shelf is laden with miscellaneous electrical widgets and doodads. You don't have any use for any of them, though. This shelf is full of old personnel files. Each object you examine on this shelf is dirtier and more boring than one you looked at before. Oh, transport. That old flyver. Fliver? That old flyver looks promising as a source of gas, but you can't reach it while it's up on the lift. Source of gas. Stand clear of the lift before operating, Steve. You really want to know what the story is behind that sign, though. Looks like this is the control for the car lift thing. I'll press it, but nothing happens because it doesn't have any power. It's some kind of weird machine, which I cannot figure out because I do not have 3 mysticality. Currently, I only have 1 of each of the statistics. A big tool chest. But all the good tools have already been stolen! And a fuse box, which we open. As advertised, this is a box containing 1 fuse. However, the fuse is broken, which is probably not intended. You should keep an eye out for a replacement. Must be one around here somewhere. I did just go and interact with a place full of electrical doodads and what so. There we are. Look for a fuse, and you dig through the boxes and find a single unblown fuse. Fuse. It's weird they call this a fuse when the whole point of it is to split apart if something goes wrong. It's true. Allows various electrical circuits to work properly. Various electrical... Okay, yeah, maybe more fuses in our future. Let's replace that one. Click done. And then... press the button, and loot our gas. The car is missing its gas tank, but there is a big glass of gasoline in the cup holder. Pour it into your can. You got an item, a third full gas can. Let's go find the other 2/3 of this. Oh, empty oil cans. A whole pyramid of them. Damn it. Finnegan's optional boxing gym. You don't have to fight if you don't want to. Is that actually a setting in this game? Like, optional combat? Well, I guess? Pacifist mode. Grays out dialogue options that would result in combat. It's also difficulty. Oh, man. This goes to 11. I'm gonna turn on hard. Alters the difficulty of some fights, stat challenges, and some puzzles. Invert y-axis. HDR rendering. Doesn't seem... This option is haunted. I'm gonna... I can't turn it off now. Sick. Show in-game time, not relevant. Skip confirmations, no. Arachnophobia, you won't encounter any spiders. Or arachnophilia, you will encounter so many spiders. I'm gonna leave both of those where they are at the moment. I think I've got the appropriate amount of spiders. I'm glad I checked it out. A miserable-looking hitchhiker standing out in the rain listlessly sticking out her thumb. Hi there! Her head turns very slowly to face you, and her eyes don't quite meet yours. Can you give me a lift? I need to get to Albany. Sorry, I'm going the other way. Oh. Also, I don't have a car. Oh. What's your name? I'm Ryan. Lydia. Nice to meet you, Lydia. Although, I admit, the circumstances aren't great. So, what's in Albany? Do you have family there? No, I just want to go somewhere new. Albany isn't new, though. It's one of the oldest cities in the country. What else? What else? Okay, that's fair. Do you know where I could get some gas? Gas? The bus I was on ran out, and the driver sent me to find some more. Bus? Yeah, I'm trying to get to Ocean City. I've never been there. All right, well, okay then. Scintillating conversation. How about this rain, huh? Lydia looks very slightly surprised and glances around slowly. Oh, it's raining. It sure is. What a night to be stuck out on the road, I mean. I hadn't noticed. I get the feeling you aren't much of a noticer. Well, anyway. Seen any good movies lately? I saw Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde at the Nickelodeon. Oh, that's a classic. What'd you think? It was very scary, but I liked it. I prefer comedies myself. Have you seen the new Buster Keaton one, The Cameraman? I don't know what that is. Oh, he's great. You gotta see Sherlock Jr. It's my favorite. Really terrific. You read any good books lately, Lydia? I read The Invisible Man. It was really good. Oh, yeah. H.G. Wells is great. Have you read his new one? The War in the Air? I didn't really care for it. The one I'm thinking of is Mr. Something on Something Island, but I forget the name of it. Well, it was terrible. His early works are the best, like The Time Machine. Yeah, I love that one. You know, I'm glad we were able to find something we could connect on, Lydia. So... all right, goodbye. Good luck. This field is extremely corny. I'm going home. Let me go into the building directly next to it and have a discussion with this friendly gentleman. Hey, I don't want to be unfriendly, but this is a private residence you all barged into. Geez, sorry. Everything's so desolate outside. I assumed this place was abandoned. Well, come morning, you'll be right, so you might as well get in and out of the rain for a spell. Thanks. My name's Ryan. Ryan who? Howdy, Ryan. I'm Elias. Elias Chekhov. Make yourself at home. Farmer Chekhov's house. There's a rifle hanging over the fireplace. Ask Elias about it. Are you leaving this rifle behind? Yep. How come? Well, it's a varmint rifle. Where I'm going, there aren't any varmint. There's vermin, to be sure, and critters and
as such and like that, but the almanac don't list any examples of varmint qua varmint, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
No need to fret over it right now, in any case, that gun's for later.
Later?
Yep, much later.
Okay. There's a rifle hanging over the fireplace. We're gonna meet Damocles later as well, and he'll have his sword hanging above his bed. I'm ready for it. There's a weird device on top of this box. Ask Elias about it. What's this funny looking thing?
That's a duck call.
What's it for?
Well, it's for calling ducks.
Oh, fun!
Used to be. Don't work no more on account of being haunted.
Haunted?
Well, it's not haunted exactly. A bunch of spiders got in there, and now it sounds all scary when you blow it.
I see.
If you want it, it's yours.
You gingerly take the duck call, trying very hard not to think about the spiders. Haunted duck call, offhand item. You're pretty sure this duck call is haunted, but you can't remember the story of how it got that way. You've tried exceptionally well not to think about the spiders. Reduces an enemy's muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 1 when you honk it at them. That's both fine. Not spiders. Good job. All these boxes are labeled bears. Ask about them. Are these boxes really full of bears?
No, those boxes are full of canned pears. I had a little fun writing the labels is all. You want a can? I got one that didn't fit.
Bibson's Extra Sweet Pears. It's a can of pears and syrup that the label describes as sickly sweet. They really should hire a new copywriter. Increases your mysticality by 1 until you eat something else. Gee, thanks. Oh, we can also go out back of the house. Go back in for a moment, check out the rest of the interactables in here. That's what the content is, baby. These boxes are labeled gears. Ask Elias about them. What's up with the boxes of gears?
My daughter Simone left those behind when she went off to school. Figured I should keep them for her.
That makes sense. What about these boxes of tears? Or tears?
Don't be ridiculous. Can't put one of those in the box. Anyway, that don't make any kind of sense.
Not gonna tell what's in them?
Cool.
A Kitchen's Ink brand kitchen sink. A collection of stains makes it home. Home on the range. A door that looks like it hasn't been used in a while. Ask where it leads. Where does this door lead, I ask you?
Spare bedroom. Ain't been used in forever. I don't even bother opening the door since the Duff Devil got in there. Feel free to help yourself, though I doubt you'll find anything much of use.
A dust devil?
Yep, those critters are a real nuisance around here. They're attracted to beds that ain't been cleaned under property, and since I lost my broom back in 26, it's been a real, what does Simone call it, a nutrient-rich environment. Owner of little beasts, real territorial.
Okay, I'll be careful. That dust devil is really kicking up some dickens under there. Drag it out and fight. In a bit, maybe. A dusty old nightstand. I will search and gain a old wallet in the drawer, which gives us 10 meat. A shelf full of pulp westerns. The Cowgirls of Revenge. The Showdown at Owl Mountain. The Cows of the Night. The Drifters of Revenge. Hey, this one looks like it's worth a read. You got an item, the Handgun's Tale. Unlike most old westerns, this one is written from the perspective of a gun. Unlocks advanced trick shooting techniques. Look at another one. The Sheriffs of the Night. Shootout at Owl Gulch. The Reckoning at Six Gun Canyon. Reckoning at Horse Thief Mine. The Fist Fight at Bloody Ranch. Did he get its name before or after that? A tasteful arrangement of dried fronds. And a loose footboard. Oh, no. I don't think I want to go to the Dust Devil just yet. Let's have a look at this box of shares. What's in here? Stocks?
Scissors!
I love stuff like that. Yeah, Not to just explain the joke, but I mean, if you spelled shiz, it would rhyme with the rest of it. I like this game. It's operating on the exact level of kind of dumb humor, I guess, that I can enjoy completely uncomplicatedly. I don't need to turn my brain on or off. I can still enjoy and just, I don't know, there's a kind of youthsome joy of this kind of humor. There is a very large box, considering that most people own either 0 or 1 class ring. Ask Elias about it. Is this box really full of class rings?
Yep, about 140 of them.
Did you go to college 140 times?
No, of course not. I collect them all.
Why?
Well, they're rare, but they're not very rare. And they're all different in interesting ways, and they're shiny. That right there is the collecting trifecta.
Huh. Okay then. Literally an excellent explanation. This door is locked with some elaborate electronic lock. Ask about it. What's with the door?
Oh, that's my daughter Simone's room who's left for college. Hopefully she ain't left anything important in there, cause I plumb forgot how to work that crazy lock she invented.
I see. This door leads to a bathroom. Can I use your bathroom?
Sure. How'd you know the door was a bathroom, though?
I've always had a knack for finding which doors lead to bathrooms is all.
Well, good for you, I guess.
Head in. A surprisingly modern toilet for an old house. We flush Chekhov's toilet, hoping it won't come back to haunt us later, and gain 5 experience for the task. You can see your face in Elias's mirror, just like your own mirror back home! Ooh, it's really getting spooky now. You stare at yourself in the mirror. Hi, Ryan. Smile. Hey there, good looking. Frown. Oh, what's wrong? Scowl. Why, I oughta. Worry. No. Cringe. You remember something really embarrassing you did a couple of years ago. Ugh. I don't have to go that far back. Blah, 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 blah. Freaking out and close your eyes. I'll just assume this looks good. Go back to normal. I'm gonna give myself a smile and wander out with that one. They're choosing our face. A vicious claw foot bathtub. Alright. Time to go back out your estate, Chekhov. There's nothing on the clothesline except a pair of socks. And an old gun. Loot it. You take the gun and leave the socks. They don't look safe. You get an item, a rusty pistol. You spend all that time cleaning your gun and the rain comes along and ruins it. Pfft, typical. It deals your damage +1. So, wait. The handgun's tail can only be read with 5 mysticality or more. The story is pretty boring, but it contains some very technically complex descriptions of advanced shooting techniques. We've got the baseball bat equipped, which is your muscle +1 in physical damage, and then there's the rusty pistol, which is your moxie +1. So I don't have the starting mysticality weapon just yet. I'll take the pistol, though. You'd have to be impenetrably dense to wander into these woods. That scarecrow is a bit more intimidating than usual. The crows around here must be real aggressive. Show you aren't scared. Alright, weapon attack. Hit a shoot crow with a rusty pistol for 1 physical damage, which will end my turn. I only have 1 AP, and that costs 1 AP. Haunting Quack. Decrease target's muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 1, usable once per fight. Using a skill that costs an action point does not end your turn. Your turn will not end until you make a basic attack. Okay. And then there's throw rock, pick up a rock, and throw it at the shoot crow, dealing 2 physical damage. I'm gonna honk the Haunting Quack. -1 to all stats. And then shoot. Oh, you do 4 HP worth of damage to me in a single instance. That's okay. My shoot didn't go as good as I wanted my shoot to go. I'm gonna throw a rock at you now. Solid 2 damage. Follow it with 1 myself. Ooh, thank you for the extra moxie, by the way, Gideon. I will throw another rock. And follow up with one more shot for 2 physical damage, taking out the shoot crow. Now it's just a regular scarecrow with a gun. We gain 5 experience. This thing crow medicine days are over. It's an old tractor. There's an old rag shoved in where the gas cap should be. Pull the rag out. You pull the rag out and sniff the tank. Smells like there's a little gas left in there. Collect it. You dip the rag into the gas tank, soak up all the gas, and then wring it out into your gas can. You got an item 2/3 full gas tank. That tractor is the right most interesting thing in this part of the county. Well said. Barn doors are locked. Alright, that's not actually how we get back in the house. Keep making that mistake. I gotta remember that there's... We're basically like on a kind of like multiple 2D planes stacked behind one another, and I need to think of them through that way. There's no like view rotation, it is basically a 2D world. Elias is looking around and mumbling to himself as he checks off his mental to-do list. So, you're moving out?
Yep, I just finished packing, so now I'm waiting for movers to come and take this last load of stuff.
You've got movers coming in the middle of the night?
Nah, in the morning. But I went and packed my teddy bear and can't forget what... I forgot what box is in. I can't sleep.
I see. Why are you leaving?
Well, my daughter went off to college and there's nothing keeping me here. I never particularly cared for farming anyhow, just kind of fell into it, you know? So I reckon I'd take the opportunity to retire and travel a bit, see what kind of trouble I can get up to.
Nice.
So what's your story? What are you doing out in a night like this?
I got a letter from my Uncle Murray. It sounded urgent, so I hopped a bus to Ocean City.
I ain't sure how to tell you this, but you got a ways to go yet.
Yeah, the bus ran out of gas and the driver sent me to Scammers for some more.
I got you. Well, I think there's an old gas can in the barn out back, and you're welcome to it.
Thanks.
I gotta warn you, though. You'll have to fight my daughter for it.
What?
Well, technically I should have said my daughter's monster.
What?
It's a thing, my daughter built.
What?
See, my kid's a real technical whiz. She built an auto-ominous robo-traption to help with plowing and harvesting like. Real nice, too.
Wow.
Problem is, after she left and it blew a what's-a-tube and got violent. I'm pretty good with machinery, but when it comes to these newfangled electrics, well, I might as well be a dog trying to read Play-Doh. So I locked it in the barn.
Uh-huh, I see.
You're welcome to try your hand against it if you're got a mind to, but please be careful. There's a lot of sharp bits on it. Here's the key.
You got an item, Farmer Chekhov's barn key, the third most common sort of key you'd find on a barn, after a Don key and a turkey. See what I mean? Can I? Will I actually be able to rustle this? Are you sure? Chekhov said these things are pretty dangerous. Yeah, I'm sure. Dust Devil stabbed me for 4 bleeding. A Dust Devil intends to hit Ryan Hu for 4 hot damage. It's got 10 health. Muscle 4. Good lord. Boy, I don't think I'm gonna really be able to do much of anything to you. Because I've got bleed on me at this point as well. That's a lot of hot damage. There we go. I've been defeated. And Gideon does not save us. You should have listened to Chekhov. I guess so. And the penalty system is you get back up, which I really deeply appreciate. Let's go check out this barn. You heave the doors open and leave the key in the lock in case Elias wants to lock her up later. Go on in, inside the barn. A watering trough for some long-gone livestock. This must be the farmer's daughter's fishing rod. Take it. She won't miss it anymore, you assume? You got an item, fishing rod. Oh, muscle +1 physical? Wait, how? Muscle +1 physical damage? Oh, so it's a ranged muscle weapon. Got it. This is a fishing rod. Used for fishing, and definitely not for fighting. this is just a painting of old tools. I'll test my fishing rod in the watering trough. You didn't catch anything, but it was good practice. The canvas rusted shut. 3 muscle again. Well, actually, the other one was 3 mysticality, and then it was 5 mysticality for the handgun's tail, and it's 3 muscle here. Nothing's asking for our moxie just yet. Ugh. You have a recurring nightmare about searching for something in one of these. It's a nice barrel, but it'd be nicer if it had anything in it. Based on the arrangement of objects around it, you conclude that this is a machine for turning hay bales into loose hay. A baleful pile of hay. And you're not gonna get past this thing without destroying it. Time for the boss battle at the end of this episode, I imagine. Destroy it. I'm gonna throw a rock at it for 3 damage now? I guess. Wait, why is it doing 3 damage? Never mind. I'm gonna kill it in a single turn, not even give it the opportunity to hit me back. Simone's monster is now just a pile of parts on the floor. You gain 5 experience. You've got enough EXP now to learn a skill. Open the character sheet via the icon in the top right, or hit C, rest in parts. So, now capable of getting a skill, we could get strong back. You can't put your back into it if your back is barely strong enough to support the weight of your own head. Your muscle lets you lift heavy things, break fragile things, and deal damage with melee weapon attacks. There's also quick wit. You might not be the sharpest tool in the shed. Sorry, you might not be the sharpest tool in the drawer, but you're not the dullest knife in the shed. Your mysticality helps you figure things out, sound smart when you talk, and deal damage with magical weapons. Mostly utensils. And then the fashion sense. You know you're not supposed to wear plaid and stripes at the same time, but you're so cool you can get away with it anyway. Your moxie helps you look cool, move with style and grace, and deal damage with ranged weapons, guns, and musical instruments. There's also good eyesight for 30 experience, which we can't get. You can recognize the letter E from really far away. Plus 20% to item and meat drops. I'm definitely going to get the fashion sense, 100%. Buy this skill, absolutely. Gives us the ability to use guns and musical instruments, and it's dex, and it's kind of like musical instruments, a little bit bardy, it's grace and style, it's a little bard there as well. I love it. It's kind of like a combined charisma dex, I guess. There's the gas we were looking for. Accept your reward. You went through a lot to gain access to this can. Victory is sweet. It's probably the lead that makes it sweet. You got an item, full gas can. A workbench for welding! You search it with your 2 moxie! Which we just got. It's mostly tools you don't understand, but you do find some gloves. You got an item, welding gloves. And they are immediately equipped. A pair of thick gloves designed to protect your hands from errant sparks caused by negligence and lack of welding skills. +1 to hot armor, which I can't help but realize is the damage that the Dust Devil deals. You'd go up there if it wasn't for your hay fever and your falling out of lofts fever. Falling out of lofts. Lofts. L-O-F-T-S is hard to say. Lofts. 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 Like, I want to bury the T so hard that it's just L-O-F-S. Hey, buddy, I did it. Hey, Elias. What can I do for you? I had to beat up your scarecrow. Sorry. Well, I was leaving it behind anyhow. But why'd you go and do a thing like that for? It shot at me with a gun. Oh. Alright. Well, that's perfectly reasonable then. Okay, he doesn't want to hear anything about the fact that I managed to murder his daughter. His daughter's monster, sorry, just got to clarifying about that. Drag it out. You know what? I have the ability to increase my moxie 1 more. There we go. Cheese loaf. Improved loafing. Cursed by the absence of crackers. You eat the cheese loaf with your bare hands. In the end, you are an unclean both inside and out. The high fat content of the cheese adjacent snack you ate has made you better at relaxing. +1 to moxie. Alright, can we get you with this? So yeah, I get stabbed. And yeah, it hurts. But you've got a bunch of muscle. I die as soon as they make another attack. I can do 2 damage with the rock and then 3 damage with the weapon attack. I'm gonna use my honk and then use a weapon attack and see if I can survive the next round. You did some hot damage, and then the bleeding, yeah. So the bleeding happens regardless. I only have 1 possible round to survive against this Dust Devil. Okay. I need to see more before I can come back and murder that. Hello? This turtle's stuck on its back. Why aren't you helping it? I am helping it. There you go, buddy.
Enjoy blue collar. The honorable choice.
An old billboard from before the war. Car 3906. Oh, we're inside a boxcar. Hey, there's even more gas here. We didn't even have to get the gas from the other areas. There's a partially full gas can nestled in the piles of garbage. I'm gonna collect the fuel. You pour the gas into your own gas can, and then hide the empty can behind some garbage. You got an item, 133% full gas can. Some incomprehensible glyphs are scrawled on the wall of the boxcar. I believe that's, I guess the RPG version of this is probably closest to like Thieves' Cant, but it's the hobo language, the symbology hobo language of the boxcar that I've seen so many more videos and documentaries about than I have ever heard about outside of that context. There's something shiny in this pile. Let's dig for it. It's an old class ring! You got an item. 1917 SIT class ring. Let's have a look at that. It is equipped. Everyone who... A tarnished class ring from the Seaside Institute of Technology, adorned with a blue jewel supported by a pair of tiny carved badges. Makes everyone think you attended SIT or mugged someone who did. This door is extremely heavy. Force it open with muscle, don't have that at the moment. And open fire in an enclosed space, classic! Hey, there's something in here with 1 hot armor, we have the ability to reach in and grab it. We get a crowbar. This is not the indicated use of those gloves, you know. The crowbar, though, is a tool for prying things open, like the door to the saloon for ravens, or a crate containing a tiny tavern for magpies, or the boarded up window of a speakeasy for jackdaws. You get it. I have to imagine that the crowbar would allow me to open that regardless. You probably shouldn't root through this guy's knapsack without asking him first. Fair point well made. A cheerful looking hobo toots idly on a harmonica. Interrupt his tootling. Hi there, I'm Ryan. Well, howdy there, neighbor, I'm Howie. Pleased to meet you. I'm not actually from around here, though. Well, way I see it, the whole country's my home, so everyone's my neighbor. That's nice. Either that or they're all trespassers who better get off my property. I'm just joshing you, friend. You care for some jerky? What kind? Clam, it's a local delicacy. Huh. Sure, I'll have some jerky. There you are. Can't abide the stuff myself, like eating a dried slug but saltier. Come to think of it, that is exactly what it is. You're really selling me on this local delicacy. If you ask me, my locals are a little bit weird. The clam jerky. It's always nice to get a gift from a kindly stranger, but it's especially nice when that gift is dried flesh. Increases your muscle by 1 until you eat something else. So that's how we're gonna get through the door. Where are you from? Originally, I'm from Hawaii, but I got bored of the gorgeous tropical beaches and decided to hit them rails. You rode the rails from Hawaii? Yep. Real challenging trip for a first-time hobo, but I made it through all right. You ever think of going back? They only got 1 track there, so it was a one-way trip. I might head on back for a visit once they built a second one, though. Huh. Do you live here? Not permanent like, but I'm encamped out here for a few days. All alone? Well, used to be a bit livelier, but the bosses sent a railroad bull to run everyone off. Railroad bull? Do you mean like a cop? Yeah, I guess you could say that. I think he's still prowling around out back if you care to test your mettle. I don't advise it, though. Is he packing heat? No, he's unarmed, but one of your arms might make a pretty good club once it gets off you. Any plans for the future? Well, word on the wall is that there is a camp forming up in Ocean City. I figure I'll mosey on over there after this rain looses up. Word on the wall? I've never heard a phrase like that. Is it similar to Through the Grapevine? Similar. Word on the wall. I see. Take your leave. I do want to get the muscle up so I can go through, but let me see if I equip this crowbar. That's not going to allow me to do it by myself. Okay, crowbar, and then I'm going to have to eat a food stuff, unfortunately. Oh, I'm going to be foregoing my 3 Moxie at the moment, though. What if something requires 3 Moxie? We haven't seen anything that wants 3 Moxie from us. You know what? I'm going to very quickly go back to Chekhov and see if he's interested in this class ring. Maybe trade it. I found this old class ring.
Hey, a 1997 sit ring. 1917, sorry. I got one of these in full emerald, but not a full sapphire like this one. These are the ones they gave to junior varsity pigskinners. Had a little enchantment on them so the kids wouldn't quite get so many concussions. Probably worn off now.
Is it worth anything?
No, not to a jeweler or a pawnbroker or something like that. 8-carat gold and the stone's made of glass. A collector will give you about 30 meat for it, such as myself if you're interested in selling it.
Actually, you can just have it.
Well, thank you. Why, that's right generous.
He advises it a bit more and then slips it into his pocket. Don't mention it. I was wondering if the next conversation would immediately be him mentioning it. Only makes sense. I can't go back and kill the guy yet, unfortunately. The Dust Devil. Is there even significant further left in this? No. You've heard a lot of nice things about Topeka, but not 1,200 miles worth of nice things. Alrighty then. If I've got to eat the clam jerky in order to get through this, I've got to eat the clam jerky to do this. What places that effect? Oh, yes. You gnaw on the jerky until gnawing's done. Your body is now approximately 1% clam on account of all the small amount of clam you just put in it. And swallow it too. Time to open. Yeah, that door was extremely heavy, but now it's extremely open. What's in? Someone has placed a sheet of filthy linoleum on the ground here in an effort to lend legitimacy to this outdoor kitchen. It's one of those newfangled indoor-outdoor refrigerators. Open it. Someone left a perfectly good mason jar full of gasoline in here. Take it. 166% full gas can. The stew in this pot is beyond help. You could probably salvage the ladle. Hey, this isn't a ladle, it's a spatula. No wonder the stew's so messed up. Deals your mysticality plus 2 physical damage. There we go, little bit of mysticality available. You were hoping for an outdoor dining room, but there's just woods in that direction. There's a carving on the trunk of this tree. It says, Howie loves playing the harmonica. Aww. Uh-oh, it's the railroad bull Howie told you about. Although railroad minotaur probably would have been more accurate. Take the bull by the horns. Let's have a look at our best setup for this. Because I'm thinking that I probably want to deal my muscle in physical damage right now. Seeing as I have a buff to my muscle. Hey, buddy.
Halt! Trespasser!
Manifest Destiny Go Railroad Minotaur. Wild. I think I can reduce one of all of your statistics and then hit ya. Barely gonna be a problem. You gore me right back. That's okay, that's 4 HP. It's not enough to kill me in 2 attacks. I get 1 more mysticality. I'm gonna throw a rock at you and then hit you with another swing from my crowbar and then clean you up in the next round. I'll even do it from afar. Ooh, actually no, I just got 1 more muscle. I'm gonna hit you with a crowbar. You beat the Minotaur. Gideon the Fringe grows stronger, gets +1 maximum HP. I didn't know my My familiar could level up like that? Excellent. A 1911 Ford milk crate for wheels. That model never really seemed to take off. Oh hey, there's a gas can in it! You add the gas to your can. You add the gas to your can because you can. 200% gas. The only thing in this direction is trees, and they're not interesting trees. We're hoping for an outdoor dining room. There's nothing else of interest inside, and also we're not paying to cool off the whole neighborhood. Hey, buddy. Howdy, Ryan. What can I do for you? Well, I dealt with the railroad bill for you. You did? Well, now that's a real service to the hobo community. I ain't got anything to offer you as a reward, but I surely won't forget this. No problem, Howie. Couldn't give me some experience? That doesn't even cost you anything. Do you live here? Not permanently. Have I any plans for the future? I believe I've done all of these. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Howie's knapsack? Ask him about it. Is this knapsack? Oh, no! No, I had the Moxie! I had it! I had enough for that! And now I don't. No. Oh, that's mine. That's been here since before I arrived myself. Nobody's been able to work out to open the darn thing. If you can figure out the trick, you're more than welcome to. You inspect the bag. It seems to be latched shut with one of those puzzles made out of bent nails and steel wire. Howie wasn't just harmonicking Dixie. There we go. Leave it alone for now. I'm so furious. I could have gotten that. I absolutely could have gotten that. You know what? That's gonna happen to me multiple times over the course of this game. That is how an RPG works. I just need to get used to it. I have to swallow my pride. That could have been cool. Alas, I've got 200% in my gas can, I think. What? There's a weird plaque where Lydia was standing. Read it. Historic site. At this exact spot, on 13th of October 1908, the state's first mass-produced automobile, a Ford Model T, purchased by Hiram O'Crollins, accidentally struck and killed the state's first hitchhiker, Lydia Barnsley. So apparently that woman you talked to a few minutes ago has been dead for exactly 20 years! Good. Swell! Everything about this is great, and you aren't regretting this trip before you've even arrived. Go on about your normal, non-haunted day. I mean, I don't have the mysticality to go back in there, do anything. This pump is full of water instead of gas. Can I fish in it? I should actually probably go into the automotive in case I can fish in anything there. You should have known there weren't any fish in there. You can see the entire thing from here. If only the snack was back there, like it respawned, and then I would be able to get the bug. See, you can see that I wasn't thorough. There's nothing of interest in this car. Also, no interest for a year if you'd like to buy it. I would not. So yourself. Yeah, okay. No more fishing allowed, unfortunately. Man, I imagine there's like a absolute perfect route through this area where you get to open all of the things that say they need 3 on the lock. This turtle seems to be headed towards Ocean City too. At this rate, it might beat you there. I'm gonna take it with me. What do you want to name this turtle? Turt. I'm gonna name the turtle William. I think William is a bad name for a turtle, and I think that's why it's an excellent name for a turtle. It's the bus driver. Talk to him. Hey there, friend. Any luck with the gas? You showed the driver your gas can. Well, his gas can. Well, that can don't usually hold that much gas. Not sure how you did it, but whatever. You ready to hit the road? Yeah. Let's get out of here. And with that, we're on our way. All aboard! Get back on the bus. You climb back off the bus and return to your seat, and soon you're dozing off to the sound of rain spattering on the window beside you. Unfortunately, it's barely an approximation of sleep, the sort of sleep that you slip into so gradually that you don't even know you're asleep until something wakes you up. Plunk it straight! And you realize that your meandering thoughts of the past few minutes have been utterly strange, shadowy tendrils of whispering ideas. Hey kid, this is your stop, right? Been out, totally forgotten. Ugh. What? All ashore what's going ashore. Thanks for traveling, Willis Bosco. We disembark in Ocean City, Plunkett Street, and for the moment, I think we'll leave it there. My name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Shadows over Loathing. Top left is the series playlist for all my content in this game, present and future. Down in the description, I imagine I'll have a link to the playlist for the previous season on West of Loathing, more Wild West inspired than this. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.